Scary story time while I fix store-bought slime, period. Get your money's worth in what? Let it dream. I hope I don't mess up my beautiful pajamas. This one is called Cotton Candy. Y'all think it's gonna smell like it? So for those of you who are new here, you probably aren't aware I live in a haunted house. That's number one. Comes with stars. Anyways, so for the past couple of nights, there has been sounds. Ugh, wait. I'm sorry, this caught me off guard. But there has been sounds of like something dropping, like something moving, something dropping, cabinets opening, doors closing. And you know, I'm used to seeing things and I'm used to like hearing things, but like I'm not used to like slamming doors, slamming cabinets. Y'all, this is just literally gooey slime. Like it stretches, but it's like, oh my gosh. Does it pop at least? Well, and then the other night I literally heard like somebody in the kitchen and then walk into the bathroom and close the bathroom door. And I thought it was my auntie. I go in there, I'm in the kitchen because I'm thinking someone's in the kitchen with me, y'all. Like somebody's in the like the bathroom or whatever. And then like I go to the bathroom and nobody's in there. Yeah. But it's like I'm just so used to it now. It doesn't like it freaks me out, but it doesn't freak me out. I don't think there's any fixing this slime because it's just like it's getting more stretchy, but it's like I hate the gooey consistency. I don't know, but I'm gonna try. So yesterday, so I'm sitting down and I'm playing the game, right? And then me and my grandma, we hear like a noise in the kitchen, like something dropped. Like it sounded like something moved and dropped. So my grandma, she basically goes to ask my auntie if she was in the kitchen. And my auntie goes like, no, I wasn't in the kitchen. And I'm obviously like, I'm playing the game. There's no way I could be in the kitchen while I'm playing the game. So I'm like, well, it's clear that I wasn't in the kitchen. Again, since me and my family are so used to this, we just be like, that's scary. Somebody was probably in here with us. Literally, recently, I started hearing my name, y'all. Like, somebody saying my government, okay? Because y'all don't know my government. But someone saying my government. And I was just like, but y'all, this slime, it's not a bad slime. It's just, it wasn't what I expected. I expected, like, the rest of the category, not gooey slime. I'm sorry if I seem so uninterested. I'm trying to get myself to feel better because of all the goals that I've accomplished. And also with that being said, thank y'all so much for 1 million freaking followers. Like that's insane. I wish I could celebrate. I appreciate y'all so much. I want to make like an official appreciation post because this is crazy. And by the way, it doesn't smell like cotton candy. It smells like factory. Scary story time while I do a long-awaited ghetto slime tour. Like, look at this. Look at this one. Like, we're gonna start off with the bottles, y'all, period. I was gonna make a rainbow slime and I tried to make it clear, but it never worked. Y'all already know, get your money's worth and let it drain. Like, this is so unactivated. So here's the first scary story time. I was like 15, 16 years old, and basically me and my sisters, this was when I was living with my dad. Me and my sisters, we had this big room, but we always slept in the closet, our walk-in closet for some reason. I don't know why. Okay, y'all, so it was definitely past our bedtime. We were not supposed to be freaking up, right? But we were on this little Android phone sneaking it. And since we were in the closet, we could hear when someone was like walking up to our room. Okay, y'all, so literally we all hear the walking. So we like get in our spots acting like we're asleep, and then we hear somebody opening up the room door and then walking towards like the closet door. And then we hear this loud freaking growl at like 2 in the freaking morning, and it scared the crap out of us. Mind y'all, so the weird thing about this entire situation was we knew it wasn't our dad because he would have opened the closet door and like checked if we were asleep or whatever. The creepiest part of this whole entire situation was I didn't see anybody's feet, y'all. Like, let me explain. I was laying near the closet door, and the closet door was above the ground like this, so you could see like out of it, right? I'm looking underneath the door, basically being the lookout, and I don't see footsteps, but I hear them. So I assumed it's my dad because, you know, it's dark, but you could see, kind of, if that makes sense. And then, like, when it got super close to the door, I know for sure it wasn't my dad, because that means that that man would have to crouch down, lay down completely on the floor, looking me in my eyeball, and then growl. So there there was no way that was him, because he wouldn't have did all that at 3 in the morning, y'all. So me and my sisters literally got so freaking scared, because I told them, I was like, I don't think that was Dad. And they were like, what? I said, there's nobody there. Mind y'all, we didn't hear anybody exit out of the room, and we didn't hear the footsteps going back to my dad's room. We literally slept so close together that night, and like freaking scared. I think I'm gonna tell like 2 more stories and then do a part 2, because yeah, I'd be talking for a long time. I don't know why they're so unactivated. Anyways, getting into the second story time. So for those of you who do not know, my mom's house was definitely freaking haunted. It had 2 ghosts, and the first one really left us alone, and the second one literally just terrorized us. Now, we believe that the middle room was haunted by the second ghost, right? So that room used to not be mine. It used to be my little sister's. And at this point in time, I had just moved into the room. I was nice and happy, right? And I remember I was going to sleep. Now, at this point in time, it was also known that that room was a little creepy, but I didn't care. I had my own room. So I laid my black butt down and went to sleep. And I had a dream that this ghost basically hopped inside of my body and then trapped me inside of the mirror. And so from my perspective, I was already in the mirror, but I was watching like myself before I got in the mirror, if that makes sense. And the ghost was a man, and he was like bothering my body to make me like twist and turn in my sleep. And then literally like I opened my eyes, and then he jumped inside of my body, and then you see like my ghost or whatever get sucked into the mirror. I'm getting goosebumps, bro. But like when I tell y'all, I woke up as soon as my body got sucked into the mirror, and I was sweating so freaking bad. My heart was dang near pounding out of my chest. And the reason why I think it wasn't a dream was because when I had went to sleep, I had closed the closet door, because the closet was freaking creepy, and everybody felt this weird freaking energy coming from the closet. And when I woke up, the closet door was wide freaking open. And how I know it wasn't like any of my family was because most of them were gone, and then the sisters that were there, they were in their room the entire time minding their business. Because I even asked, I was like, did y'all open the closet door? They were like, no, why would I go in your room and open the closet door? So then I told my mama, and she was like, yeah, that room is haunted, honey. And then basically it was said not to sleep in that room because everybody had a bad dream. I don't know if it was similar, but everyone had a bad dream when they slept in that room. Okay, y'all, I'm gonna do one more story, and then, oh my god, I'm gonna post a part 2. What the... Y'all, it's literally like mainly freaking dried, and I'm gonna get to this slime because I know there's still some in here. Last but not least, the final story time for this video. Okay, y'all, so wait, why am I doing it wrong? Okay, y'all, so basically the other day, like maybe 2 days ago, it was like 3 in the morning, right? And I went into the freaking kitchen to get some food because, you know, big bag. Anyways, I went to the kitchen to get some food. I was hungry. And why do I literally see a woman basically super freaking tall hovering over like the table that I'm working on like right now? I don't know if this is gonna activate. Okay, so let me explain, right? I was walking into the kitchen and it was pitch black. So what I did was I turned my flashlight on and I kind of held my phone up, and for like a split second, y'all, I literally seen a woman like looking at me like this, standing over like the table. She was tall as crap, but she was also in like this sleeping nightgown. My hands are dyed green. Anyways, y'all, when I seen that, like I literally backed up. My heart started beating, and I literally went back into the room, and I was so freaking scared. But I was hungry, so I went back into the kitchen, and I didn't see her again and got some food. So yeah, this one is literally like a gooey slime. But yeah, y'all, it's safe to say that I pretty much dealt with like ghosts or spirits my entire life. Like, yeah, that's why I believe in them, because I've always seen them. Like for part 2, period. Go to part 2. Scary story time while I make slime. Murder Butterfly Edition. Because y'all are all up in my business. Get your money's worth, okay? Now, this happened when I was like in the 3rd or 2nd grade, y'all. I don't remember. So the old school that I went to kind of had like this garden, right? Now, I would always go to this garden to eat the flowers in the garden and read because I was a weirdo. And it backfired. It's just a normal day for me. I'm at school, recess hits, and I'm like, time to go get lunch, you know? If you think eating flowers is weird, some of y'all ate glue. So, like I said before, recess had hit, so I was going to my lunch spot. I was about to pick my sweet flowers, and I remember the exact comic I was reading. I was reading the Spider-Man comic, and I was making my way down, sitting there looking at the garden. The garden is looking at me, and I'm like, bon appetit. So I start picking up flowers one by one, y'all, while I'm reading this Spider-Man comic, right? Next thing you know, I pick up this purple flower, right? And as I'm putting it to my mouth, this white butterfly comes out, and it's like, I'm like, obviously I freak out, so like I kind of like throw I throw the freaking, I threw the flower because I don't play like that. So I'm like, you know what, next flower. So as I'm going for the next flower, all I see is a white butterfly coming straight for my face. It slaps me in my face. Could not make this up. I'm like, okay, so obviously, I'm swatting my face. I start running up this little hill that we kind of had, and this butterfly is chasing me. And this is how my fear of butterflies started, okay? This butterfly is chasing me, y'all. Like, it's going up, coming down, going up, coming down, just slapping me backwards and forth, slapping me backwards and forth, just eating me up for real. I'm running up the hill trying to get people attention, and all I see is people doing this. Like, y'all not gonna help a little girl out. It was really traumatic for my 3rd grade self. Like, a bug was literally slapping me, punking me. I was getting bullied by a butterfly. Fun fact about Spider-Man, technically his colors were never red and blue. They were actually red and black. But back in the olden days, they used to highlight colors with the color blue. So people thought that his colors were red, black, and blue. But in reality, it was just red and blue. See this in a lot of old comics. Like, they highlight with the color blue. Yeah. Are your story times real? Yes, they're real. Here's some frequently asked questions on my slime page that I will be answering. The first one is like, does your mom know like what your dad has like done to you and your siblings? And yes, she knows. Yeah. Do you still talk to your dad? Yes, yeah, I still talk to him. Just the other day he called me the B word. So this one is asked very frequently, but why didn't I go to the police? Like, why didn't I tell the police? And that's simply because I was in an abusive household, so manipulation was a thing. And also, I didn't even realize it was abusive until I grew up, y'all. Like, I didn't realize it was bad until I got out of the situation. Also, the reason why me and my sisters didn't realize anything was because everybody around us didn't make it seem like it was a big deal. So like, of course, we're not gonna be thinking it is. I thought the situation was normal up until I got into like the 9th grade, and I realized this isn't normal. I remember like everyone was telling their stories about like them getting in trouble, like what their punishments were, and then I was like, yeah, here's mine. And everyone looked at me like, and I was like, oh, I'm just joking. No, it wasn't. Next question is, why didn't an adult like do something about it? This is editing Kay here, but like a lot of my family knew about it. They just didn't do anything about it. Like, it wasn't their situation to fix. And that sounds so rough and sad, but that's the reality of the situation. Y'all also have to understand that like my mom, I told this already, but like we had no contact with our mom. The only way that we could contact our mom was based off of my dad's attitude, and his attitude towards her half the time, he was angry with her. He just didn't like her. So there was times where if he heard us trying to get in contact with her, we was in trouble. Another question is, why haven't I like disowned my dad? And it's just because like he's my dad, and it's like I want to be loved by him. Like, I still have hope, like, you know, it's stuff like that. Yeah, emotional, but yeah. I get the question asked a lot, like, why am I still in contact with him? Why haven't I broke ties? And it's mainly because like, to me, maybe there's a chance in changing. Obviously there probably isn't, but at least I never gave up, you know. At least I can never say, oh yeah, I gave up on you. No, you give up on yourself. So yeah. Moving on from the dad topic though, a lot of y'all ask me like, are the story times about the boys true? Every last one of them, y'all. Like, y'all might say, oh, you look pretty now and stuff like that, but back then, we gotta fix this. Back then, I was busted and crusted. Like, I was not cute back then. And I'm not showing y'all any photos, but I was not freaking cute back then. I looked horrendous. Also, like my age, y'all, I'm 20 years old. Like, so all these story times about like high school and like my dad, they happened over like 5 to 6 years ago. I'm grown now. I don't live with my dad. I haven't lived with my dad since I was 16. And I stopped having boy issues when I got in a relationship with my now boyfriend. So all these story times are past tense. This is the last one that I'll be answering in this video. But like, is my mental health okay? Yes, y'all. Like, yes, my mental health is fine. Like, y'all have to understand, again, these story times are old. So I've had time to self-reflect, heal and move on. Me personally, I will never let my past dictate my future, and that's what's always kept me going, because I knew that I didn't want to just be sad and bitter about everything that has happened to me in my life. So this is a sign to just move on from whatever. Oh my gosh, my natural hair. This is a sign to move on from whatever is holding you back. Okay, it's a sign. I've also had this weave in over a month. So you see natural hair, shut your mouth, okay? It's coming out tomorrow. I want to add that people that I've known over the years did not know this information about me. This is new information. They probably found this all out on TikTok. Only people who are in my family, and certain people at that, know the truth behind what happened to me and my sisters. Why are my glasses crooked? Oh my gosh. Scary story time while I make slime, cult edition. Yeah, get your money's worth and let it drain. You already know. By the way, this is unactivated slime. What? This is unactivated slime that I'm reactivating. Yeah. This story time was sent in by a man named Paul, and it's about his friend Jenna, who accidentally encountered a cult. Okay. Now, Jenna, she loved photography, and she also loved exploring abandoned places and the supernatural, because she was obsessed with it. Now, one weekend, Jenna and her friends decided to check out this old abandoned mansion that had been abandoned since the 70s. And you know, that's right up her alley. She loves stuff like that. Now, the mansion that they were going to see had a lot of urban legends surrounding it, such as cults, sacrifice, rituals. And, you know, they still decided to go, and they arrived at sunset. I don't know why they wouldn't go explore it in the daytime, but no, they said sunset. Yeah. The place was huge. It was everything that you would expect out of an abandoned house. Broken walls, broken windows, graffiti everywhere. But the weird part about this place was there was little to no sound, y'all. There was no sound, no wind, no animals, nothing. They've been exploring for about an hour at this point when one of Jenny's friends notices this spiral staircase that leads down into the basement. Now, when Jenna sees the staircase, she's like, yeah, y'all, I'm not going down there. Like, y'all can go do that. And her friends are like, stop being scary. Like, come on. Like, you really believe in all that? She ends up getting peer pressured and goes down the stairs. What did we expect? Now, in the basement, it's pitch black, so they turn on their flashlights, and that's when they see it. They see symbols everywhere. Weird stick figures just look real creepy. And then they come across this stone that kind of looks like an altar with candles just like kind of burned out, wax everywhere, just ugh. Now, Jenny and this one other friend we gonna call BB and Jenny is like, y'all, this is giving cult. Like, we gotta get out of here. I don't trust this place. Let's go. And the other friend is like, no, like, we gotta explore more. Like, it's not that serious, y'all. Like, it's nothing creepy. I see me, once I say I'm uncomfortable and you're still, no, let's stay, I'm leaving you. Like, you can stay here by yourself. Now, while they're going tit for tat, they hear this weird humming noise in the back of the basement. Jenna says it wasn't just one voice humming. It sounded like it was a group of people just humming in the back. And that's when she said, yeah, I'm gone. Like, I'm leaving y'all. Y'all either coming with me or getting left behind. See, this is the part that would have had me. Remember the weird symbols that they seen in the beginning when they first went into the basement? As they were exiting the basement, they seen these weird symbols again, but this time they were glowing a faint red color. And at first they thought it was the reflection from their flashlights, and they quickly realized it wasn't that. Now, as they're exiting, Jenna is in the back of the line. Wouldn't have been me. But she turns around one more time and she sees somebody with a candle in a robe at the foot of the basement stairs. She ran. She bolted out of there. They screaming, they running out. And when they exit the mansion, they see more people surrounded in robes, holding hands, singing, swaying backwards and forth. I'm getting goosebumps. Oh my God. At this point, they're all the way freaked out. So they ended up ditching their car and running straight to the road. And that's when they see like a truck driver, and the truck driver basically drives them back to the town and all that good stuff. Now, Paul says that Jenna has never been the same since she went to go see that mansion. And it's not just because she's freaked out. It's like her energy is off and she always feels like someone is watching her. Shouldn't have went down there. Jenna ended up moving back home, and, you know, they're kind of long distance besties now. Like, scary story times while I fix store-bought slime sent in by my supporters. Y'all, I don't know why, but this story time freaks me out the most because this is crazy. I got this slime from the Dollar Tree, and like always, this story is not mine. It was sent in by a fan. Can't tell you if it's real or not. So this girl, her name was Oakley. She was 19 years old, and she moved 3 states. Hold up. She moved 3 states over near where her boyfriend was. I said hold up because it is like, yeah, anyways. No, I hate the ones that are like this. Oh. It smells okay though. I don't know. Now the apartment that she moved into was very much old and outdated. Okay, so safe to say the rent was cheap, and that she had no problem with it because the rent was cheap. Since she's 19, this is a new state. She was basically doing everything with her boyfriend, and her boyfriend would come over for like, a couple days at a time, but he would always go back to his place. They did not live together. It was cool. Now, very quickly, homegirl started to notice that her stuff was going missing because, for one, she was a broke college student. So, stuff like dishes, soap, all that, you're going to notice that when you ain't got money for it. At first, she was thinking, hey, like, my boyfriend, he be coming over here, so he probably takes it or whatever. So, she gets on the phone with him, and she's like, hey, have you seen this? And he's like, no. And she's like, you could just tell me if you took it. He's like, I didn't take it. I have my own stuff. Like, I wouldn't take your stuff. And she's like, okay, suspicious. I just genuinely hate overreacted slime. Like, so now she really thinking like maybe it's me, maybe I'm just like putting misplacing stuff. Like, I'ma pay attention from now on. Now, ever since she started to keep track of everything, nothing went missing. And then like 2 months later, it started to go missing again. So she's like, bro, what the crap is going on? Like, this is weird. Like, I know my boyfriend isn't taking it. Like, this is strange. Keep in mind, the stuff that's going missing is dishes, soap, socks, like things around the house that she needs. Now, a couple of months back, she started to hear weird noises in the middle of the night. Sounded like somebody was walking around, and this started to freak her out. Cause y'all, this is a old house in the middle of Virginia. Like, 9 times out of 10 it's haunted. Well, not house, apartment, but hey. Now, this goes on for days, and it's getting to the point to where it's really freaking her out. Remember, this is a couple months back. So she hits up her boyfriend. She's like, I think I'm going to get cameras for this house. Like, this is weird. Strange stuff is happening. And so she's like calling her boyfriend for advice, and he's just like, don't do it. Like, I think you should just wait it out. I think that it's just an old house. Old houses make weird noises. Man, no they don't. Anyways, he's basically talking her out of the idea of getting cameras. He's adamant on it, but then she kind of folds and she's like, you're right, I don't have any money, like, whatever. So it's months later now, okay? So fast forward into the future. At this point, I just feel like I can't fix these slimes. Like, calming myself down. Anyways, yeah, so it's a couple months later. The sounds are still going on. Things are still going missing. So she's like, that's it, I'm getting cameras. Now, she does not tell her boyfriend that she's getting cameras, because she knew that he would end up like talking her out of it, so she just doesn't tell him. She sets the cameras up, and for the first like week or two, she doesn't see nothing. Like, nothing's out of the ordinary. Everything's normal. She's like, is it really just me? Like, is it all in my head? Was it me or was it all in my head? Anyway, I think that's how the lyrics go. Now, it's the 3rd week, y'all. She hasn't checked the cameras yet. She starts to hear walking around. Like, she starts to hear things moving, and she's like, oh my gosh, like, there's a ghost in this house. Like, without a doubt, there's a ghost in my house. The next day, she's like, I can't do this anymore. She takes the camera footage, and she leaves her house. She goes to, like, a coffee shop. She's reviewing the camera footage, y'all. Now, the day before she came home, she was at work. And she literally sees her boyfriend bringing in like these 2 people who look homeless. And she sees them, she sees him bring them into like this corner off camera, and they just disappear and he walks out. At this point, she's shocked because, for one, why is her boyfriend up in her house? And why is her boyfriend up in her house with 2 other people? Who are these people? She's thinking he's gonna cheat on her. No, much worse. She's like, okay, like, she's seen her boyfriend leave. Y'all, she don't see these 2 people leave. Mind you, it's 2 men. She don't see them leave. It's 2 grown men in her house. And she looking through the camera footage. They're not leaving. They're not gone. They've just been in that corner from the time her boyfriend brought them in up until now. At this moment, she's so scared. So she calls the cops. She's like, there's people in my house. I have footage. Like, I don't want them in my house. Get them out of there. The police obviously are like, are you sure? She's like, yes. Like, I can't, I don't know if it's a break-in, but like, there's people in my house. Y'all, this is a fail. Anyways, there's people in my house. So basically, what was happening without her knowledge, y'all? Okay, so basically, she finds out where they were hiding, and they were hiding in this old, spare, hidden room. She had no idea. It was like this, like, door that was like a corn line door, and you literally had to crawl through to get to it, and it's like this open room, and people were literally staying in there. So she finds out that her boyfriend was paying men to stay in her house, like, just so they can hear her sleep and take pictures of her. Yeah, her boyfriend, the boyfriend she moved 3 states over for, was paying grown men to sleep in her house. That's why I say this one is probably like the scariest one for me, because just imagine, like, you have no idea what's going on in your home. You feel like you're absolutely crazy. Things are going missing, like your dishes, soap, your clothes, and you come to find out your boyfriend is literally paying people to take stuff like that. Like, you're crazy. Anyways, y'all, why does this low-key look like a steak or like some type of meat or a tongue? Like, this is a fail and it stinks. It smells like they tried to make it smell like chocolate, but it stinks. Anyways, y'all, bye. Story time on how my family was so broke, me and my siblings had to dig in the trash can for wristbands to go to the swimming pool. While I fix store-bought slime part 2, because y'all said to add lotion and I will fix this mess. I don't want to say broke, more like cheapskates. It stretches more, but it's just like, it don't poke. Ugh. So I'm adding lotion because that's what y'all said to do. But getting into the story, me and my family, we would go fishing a lot, like a lot. Get your money's worth and what? Let it try. Especially in the summertime. That was just our time to go fishing, the summertime. And the lake, we went to different lakes, but the lake that we went to the most was Lake Yucaipa in California. And they had like this swimming pool area, right? Now, the first couple times we went to Yucaipa, we didn't know because there's like different lakes to fish at, if that makes sense, or if my memory is correct. So I remember one day, my mom, my grandfather, my dad, they was all fishing, right? And me and my sisters, we wanted to go walk across. I'm adding shaving cream because I love shaving cream. But we had walked to like this park area, right? And as we was walking over, we had seen something we didn't notice before. And it was like this pool area. Kids was coming in and out, in and out, in and out. And we wanted to go. Why? Because in my middle school head, it was 130 degrees outside. Like, it was hot, y'all. Y'all, I'm telling you, my insides were sweating. That's how hot it was. So we see this and we go back to our parents. We was like, hey, can y'all get this first? Like, we want to go to the pool. My mom looks straight at us and goes, no. No. We begging her. She like, no. They saying no. They don't want to pay for us to go to the pool. Oh my gosh. So this is where now the next day go by, we end up going back to Yucaipa again, and this time we was gonna find a way to get in that pool. We had to think, we had to use our brain. And then it dawned on us, y'all. It dawned on us. People who were leaving the pool were throwing their wristbands away in the trash can. I don't know what was wrong with us. But we had to get in the pool. It was too hot. So what we started to do, we started digging in the trash can, right? We were finding bits and pieces, ones that was broken up, but then we started to find ones that was whole. And at this time, I think it still won't poke, but I think we found like 2 that were whole, and then maybe it was like 1, I don't remember, but we found like 1 or 2. And then we were digging in the trash can so much to where it was just like super embarrassing. So we're like, okay, we're just gonna ask people who are leaving the park if we can have their wristbands. Now I had to build up the courage to ask this one family for their wristbands because they looked like we was leaving. I walked up to this one family. I'm pretty sure they racist because they looked disgusted by me. I walked up to this one family and I was like, hey, can we have your wristbands? Are you leaving the park for good? And I tell you, the dad did. No. No, go. So now it was one of my sister's turns to go to go and do it, right? We asking little kids, babies, bigger kids, like, y'all. It gets to the point to where we decide to walk back to like where my parents and stuff was at, and my mom was like, what y'all doing? We were like, we told her to plan, like, you know. And for some reason, she didn't stop us. She low-key wanted to get in the water too. So y'all, at the end of the day, guess what we did? We gathered like 4 wristbands. And then what we did was wristbands from the second day, the day that we first went, we had them on our wrist because the wrist, like the color changed every day. So people couldn't come back to the park, you know, and do that. But they wasn't really checking for real. So we didn't get to go in the pool the last time, but now we did, y'all. So it was me and my mom, my little sister, all of us was in the pool and we had like the best time ever, bro. I'm gonna call my sisters and remind them of that. Honestly, y'all, I feel like this slime is just never gonna poke, but I did make it stretchier and it does make like some type of sounds now, but I'd rather this than like ripping apart immediately. And for the people who are saying you shouldn't add shaving cream, you shouldn't add shaving cream, you shouldn't add shaving cream, I'm gonna add shaving cream. Like, I'm telling y'all, we literally like snuck into it because we had wristbands from a different day that we found, and then yeah. It's crazy. Like, because they wasn't checking for real. So, but y'all, bye. Fun facts about me while I make slime, because y'all are nosy. Y'all always all up in my beans and carrots. Nobody asked for this, y'all. It's because I hit over 100,000 followers. Yeah. Get your money's worth. Yeah. Get your money's worth. Let it drain. Let it drain. I'm 19. Let's lay this to rest. I'm 19. I'm not 18. I'm not 17. I'm not 16. I'm not 15. I've been there, did those. You know, I am 19 years old. Okay, y'all. I was born July 31st on a blue moon. Yep. I'm in a happy relationship, y'all. He got me chained up. He got me chained up, and I'm happy to be here. Okay. I got a whole lot of hobbies. I'll tell y'all that. I have like, let me see how many hobbies I got. The color is blue if y'all didn't catch that. But I crochet, I plant, I draw. I like to run my mouth. Wait. And I do TikTok. So I just like TikTok full time. Like, you know, like, oh, this is the color because y'all can't really see. But yeah. My favorite color is actually blue. I've answered this on live. And I'm going to be getting on live later tonight, y'all. But glitter, 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 glitter. I seen somebody ask me if my boyfriend was a white man. Oh, there's no problem with the, you know, with the whites. But no, yeah, he's not, you know. These are nail charms. I'm ghetto, so I don't really got the slime charms. We just gonna do some flowers, low key. Flower, flower, flower. My favorite numbers are 2 and 4. My favorite colors all time, blue, white, and black. But my favorite color overall is blue. I've said this before. I know. We're gonna add some. I got issues. I know. Don't come for me. This is what it gives. I really don't have that many friends. I don't really have that many friends. You know, it is what it is. I don't really care. You know, I'm old. Like, my bones are starting to break. You already know the activator is gain or tide. Like, I don't know how many times I gotta say it, but I use gain or tide. What else was I gonna say? Oh yeah, like, one of my dreams, like a fun fact about me, one of my dreams is to become like one of the most loved black female YouTubers. I want both genders to love me. Wait, how many genders are there? I want everybody to love me. Yeah. Y'all should also go follow my Instagram because y'all should just follow my Instagram and also subscribe to my YouTube because I will be posting. Like, people keep texting me talking about when you gonna post on YouTube, and get on my business. Okay. I'm also answering like some questions. Somebody asked me if I wanted to go to Influencer City. No. No, that's too ghetto for me, y'all. That's a little too ghetto for me, you know. That's not my type of crowd. Okay, y'all, I like to do like old lady things. Like, that's another fun fact about me. So like, I love crocheting. I want to learn how to knit, and I just really wish I kind of had a friend that just, you know, I could go to brunch with and pull out my yarn packet and they wouldn't judge me for it, you know. Yeah. And I also have like people asking me if they can be my friend, and y'all be like 14 years old, y'all. I'm not gonna lie, like, I can't, I don't want to be breaking y'all little hearts, but it's just like, yeah, I'm grown. I can't be hanging around 14 to 15 years old. People gonna look at me like I'm strange. I did not know the video was this long, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to get stabbed by like the little sequences that I put in here, or whatever it's called. But we gonna call her Blue Mudda. Yeah. Blue. God dang. Sorry, y'all. Like, my bad. I haven't posted in a while. My bad, y'all. I'm back though. Bye. You are the piece of me I wish I didn't need. Get your money's worth. Glitter. If our love's infinite, I'm not your toy, you stupid boy. More glitter, cause I've been here once or twice. And they're staring, honey, move your feet. Looks like cinnamon toast crunch for real. They say devils don't fly, but don't expect me not to fall. Devils don't fly, water. They got me almost high. Tie, game or tie. I'm sorry, but your story isn't adding up. Think your religion is a lie to keep my mouth shut. You're period. Put my key into the side of his pretty little souped up four-wheel drive. Carved my name into his letter C. I took a Louis Bell selected in both headlines. Another coming up. Gotta tell him drowning in an ocean of entitled. Pushing on my butt. Pretending. Where's my happy ending? I followed all the rules. I drew was like the lines. I never asked for anything that wasn't mine. I waited personally for my time, but when it finally came, he called her name. Oh, woman Kay, I'm in her brain. I'm at the dog in the bed. Now there's a devil on the shoulder where the angels used to be, and it's calling me the queen of me. Guys don't like me, these guys. They don't like me, these guys. Don't like me because the girlfriends do. The girlfriend, stop. Let me explain the situation. Everybody hating for the same reason. Attempted to mingle. She said she was single, and I'm just a nice guy. It's not my fault she looks at me. Only thinking of yourself. Show me how you justify. Bro. Sorry guys. Telling all your lies like second nature. Listen, mark my words one day. You will pay. Karma's gonna come collect your. This slime is always slippery and it never like fully activates, and that makes me mad because I can never actually really play with it, y'all. Like, also go follow my Instagram, y'all. Go follow my Instagram. This slime, get fucked me, yeah. No, it's nothing personal. I'm trying to blame because they don't need to see me cry. Because even if they understand, they won't understand. So, bring me to light, wake me up inside, finally. Oh my God, the slime just flipped somewhere. Get off of me! Oh. People ask me why I don't take my ring off when I'm making slime, and that's because I don't really care to. It's never coming off of me. My man got it for me, so it's never coming off. Shh. Bye. Scary story time while I make slime. Human sacrifice. Get your money's worth and let this little tiny bit drain. This story is not my story. It was sent in by a girl named Mackenzie. I don't know if the story time is true or not, y'all, but it had me on my tippy toes. Mackenzie is 25 years old, and she was ready to settle down and start a family, and she felt like American men weren't going to do that for her. So homegirl switched up her type, and she only started dating foreign men. So she got on all these dating websites to find foreign men, and she finally found one, and we're going to call him Kay. Kay was a Haitian man. His profile said he stood 6 foot tall and he had money. So Mackenzie and Kay, they automatically hit it off, like hit it right off the bat. They start talking, texting 24/7. They start sending money to each other, and it's only been 3 months, might I add. Now keep in mind, y'all, Kay lives in Haiti, so this is real long distance. It's been 3 months, y'all, and Kay, he wants some Mackenzie. He texted Mackenzie and he's like, look, I want to see you. You should come to Haiti. I'll pay for your plane. I'll pay for your hotel. I'll pay for everything. Now, Mackenzie, she's a little skeptical, and she's like, look, I want to see you, but I'm not going to Haiti. How about you come to America, and I'll pay for your plane ticket plus your hotel? He ends up agreeing to this. Kay ends up coming to America. They have a grand time. They do grown folks business. And then Kay goes back to Haiti, and, you know, they get to know each other more. It's been It's been a year and 3 months, and Mackenzie and freaking Kay, they're unbreakable. Couple goals, or so we think. Now, y'all, Kay proposes to Mackenzie. She's happy, she's ecstatic, but Kay keeps stressing her. He's like, look, you know, we're getting married soon, and I want you to have a traditional Haitian wedding. She's still a little weary about traveling all the way to freaking Haiti, but reluctantly, she ends up agreeing. 2 weeks before her wedding day, she's supposed to be flying to Haiti. Now, she had a deal with Kay. He was going to get her a hotel room because she did not want to sleep in his parents' house. She don't know them. Now, he promises her that she's not going to sleep in his parents' house, and he'll get her a hotel room. 2 weeks before her wedding day, she travels her butt out to Haiti. While she's on the plane, she's realizing how little she knows about her soon-to-be in-laws and her family, her soon-to-be family. All she knows is that he has 3 sisters, and his mom and dad are still together, and they love each other. That's basically it. My phone very much died, but back into the story. Now, she quickly realizes that she is not going to be getting a hotel of her own. They're going straight to his parents' house. They drive 5 hours away from the city. Now, when she arrived at his parents' house, she felt like she was being watched. But she brushes it off as, you know, maybe I'm just homesick. She meets the family, but she feels like something was a little off. She just couldn't put her finger on it. They never really spoke English around her unless they were directly talking to her. Kay also promised her that he would take her back to the city on the 3rd day. Now, y'all, it's the 2nd night. She starts to hear whispers. Not only does she feel like she's being watched, but now she's hearing whispers. She wakes up the next day, which is the 3rd day, the day that she's supposed to be going back to the city, and she feels terrible. She said it felt like her head was going to explode. She was throwing up. She was doing everything. Now, the only thing she ate the night before was the mother's cooking, but she's not putting 2 and 2 together yet. She's only getting worse as the days are going on, but she's eating everything that the mother is preparing for her. On the 7th day of her being in that house, she finally musters up the courage to get up and do some exploring. When she finds weird statues and figures all around the house, and she automatically knows that is what's watching me. Those are the whispers she's hearing at night. So remember when I said they never really spoke English around her unless they were directly talking to her? They were not aware that she was up because of how sick she had been, and she was kind of outside by the kitchen window. They're talking in English. She overhears a conversation with her mother-in-law and her significant other. The mother-in-law says to Kay she should have been unconscious by now. Why hasn't the sickness gotten to her? Have you secretly gave her medicine? And Kay's like, no, like I want this feast to happen too. When she hears this, she thinks they're talking about eating her. She stops eating the food that the mom gives her. She acts like she's eating it, but she doesn't. She gets well soon, but she still acts like she's sick. Now, she believed that they were talking about eating her, but they were not. They were talking about the feast that comes after the ritual, which was her. She finds that out later though. But time jump. He has came up with her plan. The plan is to steal the car keys and drive back to the city. That's exactly what she does. She finds the keys one night. She drives back to the city, still sick though, books herself a flight and gets home. She's on the next flight home. Kay is furious. He's blowing up her phone. And at this point, she's about to block this man, but she asked him, what do you mean by you're ready for this feast too? Y'all, what were y'all planning to do? Eat me? And he was like, no, we were planning to sacrifice you to what we believed in, then have a feast after that. After hearing this, she hangs up on him, blocks him on everything, moved, and safe to say, she's not going back to Haiti for a long time. Story time about how my dad put me out because of his girlfriend. While I make slime, get your money's worth and let it drain. This is water, but my dad's girlfriend, she had this thing where it was kind of like bittersweet. It's like, okay, some days she was okay to deal with, and then other days she just hated our guts. That being said, it's like my dad kind of forced her to take care of 4 other children that weren't hers. So not like justifying the weird stuff she did though. So basically this one day, me and my dad's girlfriend, we get into it like usual, right? We get into it bad. My dad comes home and he's basically like yelling at all of my sisters. And he's basically saying like, why are you disrespecting her when she's better than your mom? I'm looking at him like this woman is not my mother. If she was, she would not be letting you do this foul stuff that you do on a daily basis. He basically starts saying how me and my sisters are ungrateful and I'm the worst. I'm the rotten apple of the bunch. And so my dad, he's like, pack your stuff and get out. So that's what I started to do. Like I started to pack my stuff. Bye. Like I hope my mom can come pick me up. He had this thing where it's like, if you do something I tell you to do, now I'm mad at you. So that's kind of what happened. Like I started packing my bags happily, and then he started to beat me up for it. But then like he put me out for like maybe 20 minutes, and when I got back in the house, he beat me up for it again because I wanted to leave. Like it was low-key just nonsense. I can't even overactivate it, but it was low-key nonsense, y'all. Story time on how my dad beat me up over a speaker while I make slime. Get your money's worth and let it drain. You already know. I was like 14 years old when this happened, and basically my dad had this speaker that he would let me and my siblings use from time to time. I also found out that my shaving cream activates my slime, but yeah. So I had went into the room to ask him to use the speaker. He lets me use it or whatever, and I had noticed that the charger port was kind of like, you know, slanted. I didn't really think anything of it because I was just playing music on it. So I go outside, I plug the music up, I'm sitting in the chair and I'm out there, and my childhood best friend comes around and he's just singing and dancing with me or whatever. Like, we're literally kids, okay? I'm outside for like 5 or 10 minutes, and my dad, he calls my name, and so I go inside. And he's like, what'd you do to my speaker? And I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm looking at him confused, like he on crack. I'm like, what is she talking about? I didn't break your speaker. And he's like, you did. And I'm like, I didn't. So we're going backwards and forth for a good 30 seconds before he picks up the speaker and throws it at me. When I tell y'all, I was like... To like explain the structure of the speaker, it was like this with a handle, but it was obviously bigger and it was lightweight. So I'm sitting there in shock, and he realizes that I'm not crying. So he gets up, and y'all, it goes left from there. He kind of pushed me into the wall, and I fell down, and my sisters get up because now they can hear the commotion, and they're like, what's going on? My dad just starts like whooping me with the belt, and I'm sitting there still not crying, y'all. Like I swear I was not crying. I'm gonna be completely transparent. At first, I wasn't crying because I knew he was doing it for a reaction. He wanted a reaction out of me. But then when I see my sisters looking scared, I just started crying because I knew, like, if I don't start crying, he's not gonna stop and he's probably just gonna do worse. Obviously, I start freaking crying, and he goes into, like, the living room and he gets this Puma shoe, and he right, he, like, slaps me on my head with it, and I had this indent in my head for like 3 days. I had to wear a hoodie. He tells me to pack all my bags and get out, like my mom's gonna come pick me up on the curb and all this other type of bull crap. I started to pack my bags too. Yeah, I was ready to. I don't know what it was. Like, he literally just crashed out, and my sisters were literally about to jump him. My sisters were ready to jump him. They're ready to go to war for me because I'm just that girl, and it's my sister's birthday, so shout out to her, y'all. Before y'all go, this is just me showing you proof that this crap activates my slime uncut. Do y'all see this? Do y'all see this? Make cloud slime with me because the last time I tried to make it, y'all cussed me out and said I failed, so we gonna try again. Did I look up any tutorials? No, I didn't. Get your money's worth and let it drain. We just gonna be going with our instinct. I low-key did not want to mix this with the white, but it's gonna turn white anyways. Yeah, okay, that's enough. I got this from 5 and Below, and this stuff is like low-key messy, so I'm gonna put some of the instant snow in this cup. Again, I did not look up any tutorials. I'm just going with my instinct, y'all. I think that this is enough. And I hurt the crap out of the back of my ankle just now. Whew, I wanted to cry. So we gotta add water. I don't know how much. I think that will be enough. We're gonna let this sit here and do what it do, and then we're gonna activate the slime. Again, y'all, I don't really know what I'm doing. Yeah, so how was y'all day? My day has been okay. Like, it's been all right. Ugh. Just so ghetto for no reason. I don't know why I just always wants to act dramatic and just not activate when I put the activator that's been working for the past 3 days in it. Anyways, somebody told me to film this video without any cuts. I low-key forgot, so I'm still gonna cut it. I forgot how fun it was just making slime and not having to tell it story time while I make it. Pretty enjoyable. And I'm realizing that a lot of people be throwing away good slime because y'all don't got slime hands. You gotta sit there and knead it. It's a process. Like, you gotta knead it like you kneading dough, honey. Like, it's definitely a process that you just have to get used to over time. Because I remember my hands just used to be a big old mess, but I would just sit there until it worked. Like, till it worked or until it got off of the table. When I saw her walking down the street, she looked so good, I forgot the lyrics. My birthday's in 3 months, y'all, and I wonder if my man is just sitting there thinking about what he's gonna get me right now as we speak. I wonder if he's doing that. I know my birthday's in 3 months, but that would be so beautiful if he was just sitting there thinking about what he's gonna get me, you know? His birthday is literally like next month, and I already know what I'm gonna get him. Yeah. Period. I might vlog what I'm getting him. Who knows? The slime is activated. Period. I do have some slime from my other video that I'm just gonna throw in here. Same with this one. Y'all, I did not put enough water in here. Like, I thought I did. Like, what is the science behind this? Like, it's just not getting down. Y'all, I'm just gonna be impulsive and just dump it on there. Okay, this is what I did the last time, but I don't think I added enough. So I'm just gonna keep mending until there's nothing in this cup anymore, or adding until there's nothing in this cup anymore. And it definitely like loosens up your slime. Sometimes it even unactivates it, but look at how loose the slime just got. Like, dang girl, you easy. You just let him in. Y'all, my arms is so tired. Like, oh my gosh. Let's add more. But that was a little too much. I even got it on my shirt, but oh well. I'm trying to get it not to get on the floor. I might even have to make more of the freaking fake snow crap. No, don't fall. Don't fall. Don't fall. Don't fall. Don't fall. Don't fall. Okay. I just won't stop the video right now because I can't. I'm literally battling with my hand. So let's see. At this point, y'all, I'm standing up and it's just like I'm just adding and my slime is about to unactivate by the time I'm done. Look at this. I think it's working though. Oh yeah, I think it's working, but my slime turned into mush. I'm gonna fix this, y'all. I'm gonna fix this. I wish I could turn the camera off, but I can't, so. Maybe we need more glue. My stuff just unactivated. Oh wait, it's activating again, yay. Yeah, I think we just need more glue or more activator. Y'all, I'm sorry, I literally cannot even stop the video. I just don't have the, my hands are just, and my phone will literally fall in this and I don't want that to happen. Okay, it's activating though. Yay! Okay, get off my hand. I might just put the remainder of this slime in here because I do think it needs more glue. Okay. I'm needing it, y'all. Period. Okay, I think I can pause it now. Yes! And by the way, y'all, I swear I'm not adding more. I'm just like filling it up with water and then it just expands more and more and more and it just doesn't stop. When will it end? When will it end? 5 to 10 minutes later, y'all, I finally got it to cooperate. I don't know if this is a fail. I don't think it is because of how like stringy it is. Like, but if I add any more, I'm gonna run out of activator. It's like a watery cloud slime. Like, I can't even explain it. Like it's so jiggly and it's like, y'all, this is actually my favorite slime. Okay, y'all, let me know if I did a fail. If I failed it, maybe I will actually look up some tutorials next time. Yeah. Cocomelon. Boom, 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 boom. The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round. You might get burnt if you take too much. Don't get addicted, cause doctor's on the other line, cause he's not coming home tonight, and I just took my very last cue. This is water. This is water. Do you think I'm a joke? Cause people like you always want back, but they can't have it. I'm past that. I don't want a girl who gets her car for a sweet 16 and spend a stack of dollar bills on a magazine. Lily was a little girl, afraid of the big wide world. She grew up inside her castle walls. Boom, boom, and then she tried to run. Activator, gain or tie-dye? Tie, gain or tie, gain or tie. If I seem uninterested, I'm not listening or I'm indifferent. Truly, I ain't got no business here, but since my friends are here, I'm just kicking. Remember the 3rd of December, me in your sweater. You said it looks better on me than it did you. Only if you knew how much I liked you. She told me that she loved me by the water fountain. She told me that she loved me and she didn't love him. And that was really lovely because it was innocent. But now she's got a cup with something else in it. It's getting kind of blurry at 10:15. And he was in a hurry to be touching her skin. She's feeling kind of dirty while she's dancing with him, forgetting what she told me by the water fountain. This song's taking forever to activate. Can't decide what's wrong, what's right, which way should I go? If only I knew what my heart was telling me. Something, something, something. Is this just a dream? Uh-oh. If only running and running around. If I'm not all you need, then just I'm down on my knees. If you're not the one for me, I'm begging you please. I told your friends that I'm just not your type. If that's how you really feel, then why'd you call last night? You say all I ever do is just control your life. Why you gonna lie like that? Why you gonna lie like that? I'm on the edge right now. I wish that I could say I'm proud. I'm sorry that I let you down. Let you down. All these voices in my head get loud. I wish that I could shut them and get high and try not to listen every single fight. Something. I swore I'd never be like them. But I was just a kid back then. The older I get, the more that I see my parents aren't heroes. They're just like me. And loving is hard. It don't always work. You just try your best not to get hurt. I used to be mad, but now I know sometimes it's better to let someone. Bye, 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 bye.